Hi everyone, hope you're all doing great. The weather in Goa is absolutely amazing. It's been raining non-stop, so it looks very beautiful and feels very romantic. And I've been itching to do some painting, some DIYs for around the house. So today I'm going to try and recreate some plate art. Now plate art is a very popular concept and you can find these gorgeous products on several websites. However, considering the weight of the product itself, you'll have to install it with nails. Now since I look at doing renter-friendly DIYs, I'm going to try and recreate this but on paper plates. So unlike the previous video where we used square paper plates to give a sense of a frame, in this one we're going to use round paper plates and give that similar look that plate art does, but without needing to put nails into the wall. So let's get started. For this DIY, I've got round paper plates in two different sizes, one small and one medium. Actually, these are not exactly paper, they're made from a byproduct of sugarcane. So they are extremely eco-friendly and it makes it more fun to work with. Now the texture and the color is really nice, so I'm going to use it as it is, but if you want, you can give it a different base coat. Like for example, if you wanted to do something in relief, you can paint the whole plate in black and then do something on top of it as well. So I'm going to get started. Now I'm looking at creating some sort of boho artwork because this again has become very popular in the past couple of years, and from a DIY perspective, it's extremely easy to pull off very good looking outcomes because we are talking about very basic shapes and design elements. So the first thing to do is to choose a color palette because, as I mentioned in a couple of earlier videos, that's extremely important for the outcome. And in my case, I'm just going to look at the paints that I already have and create a color palette, and then let's get started. Now with regards to getting started, Boho Art has several inspiration online, so you can easily check that out. You can use some basic design elements such as nature inspired elements or abstract shapes or even geometric shapes. I'm going to look at a combination of these three and do some very simple artwork on these plates. Let's get started with the first boho artwork. So I'm going to get started with the larger plate, and just to give it a nice backdrop, I'm adding this paint and creating a sort of a brush stroke. It just provides a nice backdrop and texture to work on. Once it's dry, I can then go ahead and draw the outline of a monstera leaf, which is a design that I've liked for a long time. And once I have the outline in place, I'm going to just flesh out more details of the leaves and where the grooves come and where the holes come. And once this is done, it's simply time to just fill in the color. Here I'm going with green chalk paint, and once I've completed the first coat, I can then go ahead and add more detailing, such as adding some amount of shadow and highlight. For the second boho art, I'm going to be now working on the smaller plate, and for this I'm just doing an abstract landscape. I've divided the plate into three abstract shaped triangles, of course, and I'm going to use a household product to create a circle which is then going to represent the sun. I've decided to use a lot of contrasting colors, so with boho art you can either choose a very pastel palette or you can go for contrasting colors like this one. I'm using blue chalk paint for the sky and then contrasting it with yellow for the sun and for part of the landscape as well, and then other lighter colors such as green and other darker colors such as this brownish purple sort of color that I have here. So it's all tying up really well together and will make a very vibrant piece on the wall. For the next boho art 3, I'm once again going to be tackling the larger plate, and in this case I'm going to be doing a set of 3 abstract shapes all attached to one another, and it really doesn't matter how it turns out as long as it's aesthetically pleasing to you. Once I've done that, I'm going to be drawing some simple stems and simple elongated leaves which is just this imaginary plant in my head at least. I'm then going to fill in the colors. The middle shape is going to take on a lighter hue, and the other two shapes are going to be in green because I just feel these colors work harmoniously well together. And for the contrasting element, I'm going to be doing the stem and the leaves in blue. Just a few details and it'll be done. For Boho Art number 4, I'm going to be once again doing a smaller plate. I'm adding some paint as a background swatch. Once it dries, I'm going to be able to draw some very simple stems. I'm going freehand again without needing to work with a pencil first because it's extremely simple. This is going to look like the pennywort plant we have at home. So it's very simple, delicate, yet quite nice looking. For Boho Art 5, I'm going to once again work with the larger plate. I'm creating a background swatch again because it just looks very nice in person especially, and on this I'm going to be using some geometric shapes to recreate a Portuguese style window. And this again can bring in some very vibrant colors and shapes. So I'm looking at chrome yellow, blue, paler lemon yellow and green. So it looks really cute, and I'm going to add more details like some plants around it. For Boho Art 6, I'm going to be working on another large plate, and I'm just going with some abstract shapes of pots and vases. Then I'm going to be adding in color. Each pot or vase is going to be in a different color, and then I will add finer detailing such as some plants in these, and maybe color swatches for some of the negative space which looks lacking, and then any other smaller elements like adding some dots or adding some color as required, and it's done. It's time for the final reveal. So this is our plates. I've done a total of 10 and they're all ready to go up on the wall. I'm just going to use masking tape because they're so light. I don't even need 3M command tape for these. So I'm just making loops with masking tape, and it's going to be super easy to put up as well as super easy to remove with no damages to the wall. This is our guest bedroom, and I'm going to be putting up all the plates. You can decide the format in which you want them before you put them up on the wall, but with masking tape you don't have to worry about taking it off and putting it back again as you see fit. I'm currently in the guest bedroom for which we did a styling makeover video just a while back, and since then we've placed a cot, and so we didn't need the mock headboard on the wall anymore, so we just had this blank wall. So it was the perfect place to put up these DIY wall plate art, and it's really looking good. It adds just this right amount of color to the room and also ties in with our bed linen choices, so it looks really nice. I hope you enjoyed this video. It's really easy to give it a try, so do it, and maybe you can create a colorful nook in your home or change some art that you already have on any of your walls. Thank you guys as always for watching, and take care until next time.